We are back with the breaking story of the day. President Biden announcing a ceasefire deal is reached between Israel and Hamas to end the war in Gaza.
The deal is structured in 3 phases. Phase 1 will last 6 weeks. It includes a full and complete ceasefire, withdrawal of Israeli forces from all the populated areas of Gaza, and the release of a number of hostages held by Hamas.
It's a multi-phase deal that includes an exchange of Israeli hostages for prisoners. We're bringing back our friend, retired U.S. Marine Colonel and Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission member Brian Kennedy, as the details are now public for all to know. It's a multi-phase approach, Brian, and the two sides, they had a deal in principle last night. It's now official. Wondering what you make of the timing right ahead of the inauguration and also the phases that they said they're going to do in terms of getting this under control.
Lindsay, it's good to see you. You're correct in questioning the timing of this deal and whether or not this was something that has been delayed for a significant period of time to get it closer to the end of President Biden's presidency, or to get it so that it's somewhere in the realm of Donald Trump's sphere of influence. So when presidents in this nation have the ability to make war, they also have the ability to stop war. They also have the means to speed up war and then also to delay it. So in this case, I think you're correct in calling to question the timing of this ceasefire. All along, this was Benjamin Netanyahu's war to prosecute. It was going to go on as long as he determined that it was going to go on. And I think both presidents, President Biden and President Trump, are pressuring the Prime Minister of Israel to stop this war and to stop the carnage that is ongoing in Gaza.
Trump is going to take the oath of office on Monday. We have the inauguration coming up. He also promised to end the war in Ukraine. What has to happen, in your opinion, for Putin to pull back his land grab attempts right now? When Trump enters office, what do you think may take place that may see the first steps of that?
Many years ago, President Trump wrote the book, The Art of the Deal. And both of these conflicts, both Gaza and the Ukrainian proxy war that we fight by supplying arms to both Israel and to Ukraine, the deal has not been secured yet for Ukraine. It was a bargaining chip. It was a campaign promise in the lead up to this presidential run. And I think there's been some buyer's remorse on the part of President Trump that his staff and his envoy to Ukraine are now admitting that they cannot solve this on day one. So that could be one of a couple of things. It could be that Putin isn't satisfied with what he's getting in this deal, or President Zelensky of Ukraine is likewise not happy with what's going to happen. So Sevastopol and the naval base within the Black Sea, I think that will be gone, and that will be gone to the Russians. And that's probably the biggest bargaining chip that Ukraine is having a difficult time agreeing to. And then as far as what has been gained in the east and the Donbas region, I think Ukraine is going to be very staunch in not complying with those desires.
Lastly, we're monitoring the cabinet pick confirmation hearings. Pete Hegseth that yesterday took questions, took some criticism, fielded a lot during his time there testifying. I'm wondering if you believe, if he's chosen, does he have the credentials, in your opinion?
Anybody can serve as a president of the United States without military experience. Conversely, I would say that anybody that does not have military experience can serve as the Secretary of Defense. Pete Hegseth has some military experience. He achieved the rank of major in the Minnesota National Guard. I think very many people would look at whether or not, couldn't we have picked a general? Couldn't we have picked somebody that had more experience, more seniority? And while that argument may be true, I'm okay with an Army National Guardsman from the state of Minnesota being the Secretary of Defense. The real question is how good is he at providing a counter proposal to the president, or is he just a yes man? Because President Trump, when he was the 45th president, he had two very, very experienced generals from the Marine Corps serving as his chief of staff and also as his Secretary of Defense. And honestly, I don't think he really enjoyed that level of expertise. I think President Trump wants to be the smartest man in the room, and he also wants to be the right guy in the room. I'm not sure that he wants to get to the right answer. I think he wants to provide the right solution. And I think what we're going to get out of Pete Hegseth is we're going to get somebody who will do only what President Trump wants. And I don't think he's going to serve very well on the National Security Council. as an individual that swims against the president's wishes and gives him good military advice. I think that's going to come from the from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and I think it's also going to come from the National Security Advisor, and you're going to only see the new Secretary of Defense agreeing with the president.
All right, well, 2025 starting off with a busy agenda in that department, so I appreciate you joining me right here at 5.
Thanks, Lindsay. Great to see you.